Hi, I'm Miss Hearn. Let's get started. In this video, we're going to talk about the volume and surface area of a sphere. So a sphere kind of falls in its own category of space figure because it's very unique in how it has no straight edges. The volume of a sphere, as well as its surface area, can be found using calculus. And so in this class, we're not concerned with where the formula came from so much as just using it and recognizing it. So you'll see that it does involve pi and the radius, which is not surprising because it's made up of circles. The volume turns out to be 4/3 pi r cubed. I also like to point out that volume is in cubic units, and so it's not surprising that our volume formula has a cubic power of the only dimension we're given, which is the radius of the sphere. The surface area is 4 pi r squared. Notice squared. Areas have square units. So let's use these formulas. We're going to find the exact volume and surface area of the sphere below. So the first thing we want to do is copy down the formulas we're going to use. The volume is 4/3 pi r cubed, the surface area is 4 pi r squared, and then we're just going to plug in and do a little simplifying. The radius in this case is 9 inches. So to find the volume, I'm going to have 4/3 times pi times the radius 9 to the third power. So volume equals 4/3 times, I like to put the pi at the end because the order of multiplication doesn't matter. And I need to calculate 9 to the third power, which is 9 times 9 times 9. So we're going to have 729. All right, next we need to multiply 4/3 times 729. This is the same as multiplying by 4 and dividing by 3. And since I know that I just raised 9 to a power, I'm pretty sure 3 is going to go evenly into 729. Let's check. 729 divided by 3 is 243. Thinking of that as 4 times 243, we get volume equals 972 pi. And what are our units? They're going to be cubic inches. Because it's volume, it's always cubed. This would be the exact volume. Now let's find the surface area. The surface area is 4 pi times 9 squared, which is 81. So surface area is 4 times 81 times pi, which is going to be 324 pi. And what are the units? They're going to be square units because surface area is area, which is always measured in square units, so square inches in this case. So this is the exact value of the surface area of that sphere. Sometimes you will have a question like this one. It says if a spherical tank 6 meters in diameter can be filled with a liquid for $750, find the cost to fill a tank 24 meters in diameter. Diameter is 2 times the radius, right? So this is a picture of the radius r here. The diameter would go all the way across. It would be 2 r's. So if they're telling us the diameter is 6, well, 2 times the radius is 6. So that means the radius is 3. So that's going to be important because when they talk about filling something with liquid, they're talking about the capacity of the object or the volume. And in our volume formula, we have not a diameter, but a radius. So I'm going to label the radius 3, and then I'm going to copy down my volume formula. Volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. What I'm interested in is if I take this bigger tank and fill it, how many times more liquid would be required to fill this larger tank? So I'm going to draw a little sketch of a sphere, and this time my radius is going to be what? Well, the diameter is 24. So if the diameter of this bigger sphere is 24, that's 2 times the radius is 24. So the radius is actually 12. This radius is 12 on this larger sphere. So what effect does it have on the volume when I change the radius from 3 to 12? Let's figure that out. So the volume of the first sphere is going to be 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed. The volume on the second sphere is going to be 4/3 times pi times 12 cubed. Now what I'm interested in is how the volumes compare. So I'm going to divide the volume of the larger by the volume of the smaller. And you might think we need to multiply all that out, but I actually don't recommend doing that. Let's just go ahead and make a ratio. The larger is 4/3 times pi times 12 cubed. The smaller is 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed. Notice how 4/3 divided by 4/3, any number divided by itself is just 1. So 4/3 divided by 4/3 is 1. Pi divided by pi is just 1. So all we really need to do to figure out how many times larger this new sphere is to divide 12 cubed by 3 cubed, which turns out to be 64 times larger as far as the capacity, the volume of the object goes. So when we increase the radius by a factor of 4, or multiplied the radius by 4, the volume increased by 64 times as much. The reason for that is because we're cubing the radius. So 4 times as much, 4 cubed is 64. So there's a relationship between the fact that the radius is being cubed and how much larger this guy got. But in any case, what we were asked is, then how much would it cost to fill this larger tank? Well, if it was $750 to fill the smaller tank, and here we have a tank that's 64 times larger, it stands to reason it would cost 64 times as much. So you're then going to multiply the cost of the smaller, 750, times 64 to get the cost of the larger. So that's going to actually be $48,000. Wow, this is a much larger tank. My picture doesn't do it justice. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That helps other students to find the video.